Hi, in this video we're going to be looking at how to create extension methods in C#. So let's get started. So firstly, you want to create a class, make it static. So I'm going to call this class string extension, right? Because I want to write an extension method for a string. Okay, so now we have to write the extension method. But before we write the extension method, let's first write the summary that will tell us what the method that we are writing does, right? So whenever someone uses our method, they will know what our method does. So let us create the summary. I'm going to say / summary, right? 3 / in summary, and then close the summary tag. Okay, and then describe your method right here. It counts the number of words in a string. Right, so that is what our extension method will do. Okay, now let us create the method itself, right? So public static, because it counts the number of words, it should return a number. Therefore, it's int count words. Now the extension method has to start with this. So this has to start with this, and then the type string, and then the variable. Right, so since we're creating an extension method for a string, that is why we have the string type here, right? But this is compulsory, you have to have this here. Okay, so let's do the implementation now. So it's going to be string array. We want to separate the words, the string into separate words, right? We want to separate the string into separate words. Okay, so we're going to say words, and then we're going to use split to split the string into separate words. And we're going to pass in delimiters, right? That will contain the things that we do not want to include in our words array. So we don't want to include, or rather we don't want to count punctuations. We don't want to count punctuations. We don't want to count exclamations, like yeah, actually they form part of punctuation. So yeah, so full stops, exclamations, question marks, empty spaces, what else? Yeah, maybe dashes too. Okay, so yeah, so you'll just play around with this to see which part of punctuations you don't want. And yeah, now we need to pass in string split options dot remove empty entries, right? And then lastly, we need to return the number of words. So we're going to say return words dot length. And just like that, we are done. We have written our first extension method. Okay, now let's see how this extension method works. So I'm just going to go down here and create our main method, and then write an example string that we can use. Maybe song. I want my baby back. Baby back. Baby back. Okay, so I even included some punctuations here and there. Right. Okay. Now let us actually print the output of our song string once we have called our count words. So see, there's count words, right? So as you can see here, this is our extension method that we just created here. It's available now for us to actually call on any given string. So if I just close this, you can see I can call the method right here. I can search for it here. Right, there it is, and this is the summary for it. Counts the number of words in a string, just like we provided right here. So the summary is very important, right? In order for anyone who is using your method to know what it actually does. So we say count words, and then we are done. So we've written a string here as an example of how our extension method will work against a string. Now we're saying console.writeLine in order to print it to the console, and then we say song.count words. Now let us run the code. So I'm just gonna say .net run. Okay, as you can see, we get back a 9, which means there are 9 words on this string, right? So if you can count them manually, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3, we have 4, we have 5, we have 6, we have 7, we have 8, and we have 9. And all the exclamations and everything was excluded. Even the empty spaces were excluded. Okay, so I hope you found the video useful. Please like and subscribe and comment down